previous session, we have already seen how the students are viewing their grade once they submit the quiz assignment. Today in this session, you're going to learn how to grade a descriptive question paper manually and then notify the students through their mail IDs. So for that, first let me just quickly create a question paper. I'm going to start creating a Google form from my drive, not directly from the Google Classroom. So go to your Google Drive and then click more and click Google Form. There is an arrow button there. Click on that particular button. And there are two options here. One is blank form. I'm going to work on a blank form. You're going to create a Google form directly from your drive and then attach it to your Google Classroom. Let's enter the detail into your form. Let me enter first name, and for first name you can opt for short answer. Click required, add the next question. Second answer, required button, click add, combination, short answer, it's required. These are the information that you're going to get from your participant, and then once it is done, click the section button. So this is a second page where exactly you're going to give your question paper. So I'm going to give two questions here. So you're going to choose a type of question from here. To choose paragraph, then click this required button on. Then add the second question. So I'm going to quickly add another question and choose paragraph. You can click this required button on. Next, I'm going to set the marks for these two questions. So I'm going to click on this, click answer key, and then give 10. Next one, second question, click answer key, and I'm going to set 10 points. So done. So I've set 10 points. Total it is 20. Once you have set the question paper, let's go to the setting button. Go to the setting button, and here for sure you have to collect the email address of your students or your participant, because you're going to correct the paper manually and send the grade to their mail IDs. You have to check this particular button, and then you can limit to one response. That means the student or the participant can only attempt this particular quiz just once. So we're going to go ahead with this. So if your respondent want to see response in a form of summary charts, let's give this particular option on and then click save. Again, go to the setting button and go to your quiz and make sure this is on. We are not going ahead with this particular setting because this setting is for the students or the participant to access or view the grade once they submit the answer sheet. Instead, we are going to on this particular button so that the teacher can review the question paper manually and send their grade to their email address, and click save. And here the respondent can see the missed questions, correct answers, the point that they have got, everything will be viewed by the respondent, and then click save. So now let's go to the preview button and let's attempt this particular question. gmail.com. Enter the first name, enter the second name, BCA, and click next. Teacher has given two questions, so the student should enter the answer over here. So I'm going to enter the answer for the second question. So I've entered. Click submit. Once you click submit, yeah, your response have been recorded. Then can you see this particular link? This is because of this setting, that is see summary charts and text responses. Because of this is on. Click on this particular link. Even the student can see all the responses done by each and every participant. Now I don't want my student or participant to see another student's answer, so I'm going to uncheck this particular setting and then click save. So now again, if I try to resubmit this particular quiz, it is going to show this answer you have already responded, because I have set this limit to one response. Now we have to see this particular setting later after manual review. So now how this is going to be done. So it's always good that the teacher previews the question paper so that once a student submits a question paper, the teacher can see how exactly the message will look like, or what are the settings that is on for the question paper. Once the question paper is ready and you have checked the settings, next you can go to Google Classroom. Go to your Google Classroom, go back to your drive, click Google Classroom, choose a class, go to classwork, click create, and click quiz assignment. Enter the title here and give a set of instruction. So here automatically a blank form will be attached. So you don't want this, you can click close this, click add, go to your Google Drive and learning management system. Attach that particular Google form that you had created from your drive into your classroom. So click add. The Google form that you had created from the drive will be added into your classroom. Set the class. So I'm going to set this particular class for all the students. So for all students, and the points I'm going to set it as 20 here, and then if there is a due date you can set, I'm going to set a due date. I'm going to set it on 11th and time by 4 o'clock they have to finish. So I'm going to set the time as well, and then under which topic I'm going to put under quiz assignment. Immediately I'm going to assign. If you want to schedule, you can click this drop down list and then click schedule. I'm going to assign it now. So click assign. See, now you can see learning management quiz assignment. Now let's see the student module. So here the student gets a notification regarding the assignment. So click on that. So here comes the page, the notification page, and then click open. So the student assignment page is open over here, and the student can see the Google form. So now the student clicks on this Google form. So student will fill the first page, name of the institute, and then click next. Student can see the two questions over here and the points assigned for each and every question. So student enters the answer. Student has entered the answer for these two and then click submit. Once student submit, let's see what student is going to view. So here the student is going to get a message as such, response submitted and assignment marked as done. But the student is not going to view the grade because the grade will be sent by the teacher to the email ID that the student has entered while registering. Then if she wants to open the assignment, she can open the assignment. Now if suppose the student wants to resubmit this particular assignment, clicks unsubmit, again unsubmit, and click on this particular, there will be a message stating that you have already responded. Now go back to the student module and then click mark as done, mark as done. So now the student has submitted the assignment, and let's switch to teachers module and let's go to the classwork. So let's see, click on this. You can see how many students have submitted over here. So just one student. I just have one student in this class. That particular student has submitted the assignment. So now let's see how to grade this particular form. For that, what you have to do is you have to go back to your Google Drive. Now here I'm not able to grade directly from Google Classroom. So if I try to access this particular student and click on this name, you can see nothing is there. I have to enter the grade, right? So to enter this particular student grade, what I have to do here is I have to go to click the 6 dot button and click drive. So open that particular form that you have created and it will be there in your drive. So click that particular form. You can see here in total there are 2 responses. So click responses over here, and under summary you can see a graph, and here the points are not, you cannot see the points because you have to enter the points manually. And this tab is very important, and in this tab you can see all the details of the students who have submitted the assignment or who has submitted the answer paper. So now here you have not marked the score and also not released the grades. So first let us give the score. To give the score for this particular student, you can click on this particular tab. When you click on that particular tab, it will directly take to the individual tab. So this individual tab can also be viewed from response. If you click response, you can see individual tab. If you click individual, you can see each and every student's answer sheets over here. So here you can read the answer and accordingly you can enter the marks. So I'm going to give here marks as 6 and read the second question answer and enter the marks manually. So you can enter the marks manually over here. Automatically a save button will be popped out over here and click save. Now you can see the total marks. It is 10 out of 20. Till now you have not notified the student So for the student to get this particular mark, what do you have to do? Go up and click release score. Check whether this is a mail ID and enter a message over here. Click send emails and release. Okay. So you have sent the grade to this particular student. So if you want to go to the next answer sheet, either you can click this drop down button and then select the particular email ID, or click this arrow button. So now you can see the second answer sheet. So even the answer that the second student has entered. So you can review it and enter the marks over here and then click save. Once you save, if you want the student to get to know the marks, then you have to click release score and recheck the email ID once again and give a small message and send emails and release. Once you have released a score, if you go back to the summary page and under score, you can see the scores and you can see when it was released. If you want to release one shot, what you can do is once you have finished grading over here and you save it, go back to summary page and you can only see the scores. Here it will be not released. So now if that is the case, what you can do is click release score and click all and send one message to each and every one and send email and release. So one shot you can send grade to each and every student. So this is actually giving you a summary whether you have marked and whether you have released a score to that particular student. Now let's see how the student is going to view the grade. I'm going to check in this particular email ID and the score that is entered by the teacher is 10. So let's go and check the student email ID. So student is going to check the email ID. Student is notified with the score. You can see the score over here released by the teacher. Now if you click view, the student can see the question paper and the marks. So I hope you are clear how the student is going to access the marks. Now let's go back to the teachers module. So there is one problem for you if you're going to use your personal Gmail ID for your Google Classroom, because you're not going to get a feature called import grade over here. You have your G Suite, you can directly import that particular marks and that mark will be copied over here. So now in this case, as in I'm using my personal email ID, what I have to do is, so I have to go to this Google form, check the marks and manually enter the marks over here and then click return and give a private comment and click return. There's another way of getting the marks in an Excel sheet. Once the teacher has done with the manual entry of the score, the teacher can go up and click this three-dot button, and then there is an option called download responses. So if the teacher downloads this, there will be a small zip folder for you to open or save. So I'm going to save it and click OK. So it will be automatically downloaded. Click on downloads, open that particular folder. There will be a Excel sheet downloaded for you. So if you click that Excel sheet, you can see when that student has submitted, the username. So you can see the total score, the student name, the first questions, the marks that you have given for each and every student, and the second question and its mark. So in detail, you can view the grade of each and every student that the teacher has marked in this particular Excel sheet. So once you have manually entered the mark, if you are using a Google Suite, you can directly import the grade and then click return button. But that option is not there here because I'm using my personal account. This is how you create a descriptive question paper using Google Form and add it to your classroom. I hope it's clear. Thank you.